Hi everybody, Jake here at Duramax Store, and today we got another shop truck update for you. So on our 2005 LLY shop truck, we're going to go ahead and install this new AirDog II-5G lift pump. Now we're going to replace the original AirDog that we've had on here since 2008. This is a really old lift pump, but it has been doing great over the last few years for us. Haven't had any issues, just wanted to kind of see what the all-new 5G AirDog lift pumps are about. So here we've got all three lift pumps, the AirDog II-4G, the 5G, and one of the original AirDogs. So you can see there's a couple differences here between the 4G and the 5G. The main difference is going to be the diaphragm style regulator. This is going to be a lot different from the previous one. It's going to be adjustable from 7 to 70 PSI, so it's good for all different applications from mild to wild. We've also got a boost compensation on here, so if you want to use the Diesel RX boost compensation kit, you can go ahead and plumb it into this, and you will go ahead and have boost compensated fuel pressure. So for every 1 PSI of boost, you'll build 1 PSI of fuel pressure. Pretty good for those high horsepower builds. They've also upgraded the base of this. So they actually have higher flow ports and fittings on this one to improve fuel flow and avoid any cavitation that would go on in the older designed lift pumps. We know the AirDog II-4G is awesome. We've installed hundreds of those on our own personal trucks and customer trucks and been nothing but happy with them. These AirDog II-5Gs are going to be set to the correct pressure for your application right out of the box, but we always recommend to double check it. We check them at the test port in the engine bay with the OTC 6754 fuel pressure gauge tool. And that's a good way to just make sure that you're making the right amount of pressure to the engine bay and there's no restrictions in the system. Be mindful just to check around your filter head and your engine bay just to make sure there's no leaks within the system there and you're going to be making that pressure. There are another couple upgrades that they did make to the base. They have higher flow ports on here, so the whole thing is going to be designed to reduce any cavitation that can happen within the base itself when fuel is flowing through. And they have larger fittings, so it's going to be adaptable to AN style fittings if you're going to kind of look for that higher horsepower build when you're going to have all the AN fittings on everything. They also increase the size of the return port. Instead of having it all return back to the tank and cause cavitation and fuel foaming up in the tank, which can lead to quarter tank issues, they actually have the fuel go in the system itself, so you're not returning all that fuel to the pump causing those issues. So just a little bit better design in our opinion, and we've never really had to install a sump with these kits because we've not had the quarter tank issues that you have with some of the competitors. AirDog has also decided to upgrade the wiring. So they are now using a heavier duty 12 gauge wire. That's just going to be a little bit better for the higher draw that these pumps can use when you're at those higher pressures. So you might be asking, have they changed the motor at all? The AirDog II-4G was great and it's always been quiet. And they did not. So they kept the same AirDog II-4G motor that's been tested and proven in these trucks for the last few years. So they're reliable and they're quiet and they provide just really good performance overall. So you get your tried and true quiet lift pump with just a little bit better of a diaphragm style regulator and a little bit better flowing base. So those are the two major upgrades that you are seeing on the AirDog II-5G along with the wiring. So you're going to just have a little bit better overall unit, and that's why we're going ahead and installing one on our 2005 shop truck just to see any differences there. As I said before, we have been running this original AirDog since 2008 and it has been awesome. We're going to try out this new AirDog II-5G lift pump as we want to really see what it's about and let you guys know how it works on our own truck. So we're not only selling the product, we're standing behind it, we're using this stuff too. Most of the guys here have Duramaxes and we test out the products that we sell. So if you got questions on anything, go ahead and give us a call at 877-4MY-DMAX. That's 877-469-3629. And any of our salespeople would be happy to help us out, or send us a DM on Instagram, on Facebook, or comment on this YouTube video and we'd be happy to help out and talk to you about your Duramax.